This is your Soulful guide for more love in February 2025 for 2-5 profile lines in human design. And this is not your regular intuitive reading where you just watch it and maybe something sticks, maybe doesn't. I'm actually asking you to participate to gain most value for this month. So, the first thing, you have 3 cards to pick from. 1, 2, and 3. So, I encourage you to pick one card, and this is the most important card to focus on for the rest of the month. You can also look at other cards, but they're secondary. So now that you've picked your card, pay attention what happens. Number 1 becomes your present. Number 2 shifts to your future, and number 3 becomes your past. So this is the order of things. So now that you have picked your cards, let's put these aside and start with your past. Your past is what you're letting go. And now again, second way for you to participate is, before you see this card, I want you to notice what is the first thing you see. That's very important. And also, what's the most important thing for you as you look at the card. So notice those 2 things, because those 2 perspectives will have the most weight for you. This is the most important thing for you to know this month. Okay, so let's get started. So your past, what you're moving past and what you're leaving behind, is Queen of Swords. If the first thing that you see when you see this card, or the thing that draws your attention, is this person here, kind of a blue lady, then blue lady, she's in a position of being a queen. She's being a queen of swords. She's kind of like a bit of careless. She has this sword, she has a command, and Queen of Swords basically is someone who's really good with the mind and really can wield the sword of mind really powerfully, and as the word says, perceptive. So there's this like really good mental clarity. But from the feminine point of view, not really like a charging in this masculine way, it's coming from a really highest embodiment of feminine control and dominance over mind, which comes with more like allowing mind to be. So this is your past. So this is what you're moving past from. So if this is not you yet, where you're not really in good terms with your mind, then I encourage you, well, that's something for you to better let go really fast, because this is your past self. This is something you already achieved. So thing that for you to let go is idea, what maybe you think you're not good enough. Well, good news, you are good enough. You have achieved certain level of mental mind control, mental proficiency. Start by acknowledging that. Realize where you're proficient with your mind, your relationship with your thoughts, positive thinking, where you're really sharp and clear, and more like from sense of allowing, where do you allow your mind to shine, and acknowledge these parts. Because if you're not acknowledging your achievements, that you are a queen, that you are a Queen of Swords, that you are in this title, you're really good at what you do, it can be really hard for you to invite that love that you want, or amplify the love that you already have. So do appreciate your achievements in your mental acuity. So if you get attracted to the sword here, then sword represents mental mind. Again, sword is mind, mental, logic. And my invitation for you is, see, how do you use your mind? Or are you the one who's using your mind? Or are there any beliefs from society, parents, family, wherever these beliefs might become, are you being used by these thoughts, like this queen uses you as a sword, or you're the one that being a user and a tool at the same time? So yeah, be mindful. Who is using your sword? Who is controlling your mind? Is it you, or is it commercials you look at late night? Is it you that controls your decisions, or you just follow your habits? just scrolling on Instagram or any other platform. So yeah, be mindful who is actually using the sword, and make sure you're the one who wields the sword. If you get attracted to these clouds here, maybe even this tree of life here, um, then be mindful that you don't just build these sand like cloud castles that basically are just thoughts and ideas. And even if you build them, pay attention. What are you actually building? And make sure that they're positive ones. Make sure that they have substance. They have a structure behind them. That they have an action plan behind them. So yes, it's good for you to build these plans and strategies, and it's really amazing. But you will need to move on from that. You will need to make some steps. So make sure that you have a blueprint behind there, that you have done your due diligence work, and it's not just wishful thinking, that there is some substance behind the dreams. And if you do some daydreaming, then make sure you daydream of the things you want instead of things you don't want, because often we do lots of daydreaming. We create instead of a dream, we create a nightmare. We actually see other people as worse than they are, and basically push them into reality, where they actually are forced to act like we have seen them in the past. So make sure first you create the reality you want, and second, there's some structure behind it, that you do create some action plans that you will need to follow. So that's your lesson for this month, is to get more love. Make sure you have structure, that you acknowledge your wins, and you make sure that you're the one who's, as a soul, as observer, wielding your sword. So that's for this card. If you have any other questions around this card, feel free to leave comments, and I can guide you with that. Let's move with the next one. So this is your present. This is what's happening right now, what to center yourself around to. And before you see this card, as usual, notice what's the first thing you see and what seems the most important thing for you. And now, then you have your attention ready for you to gain more love. I suggest you center yourself around joy. And if the first thing that you see in this card is the shining sun up here, then perspective for you this month, that you are the sun. You're the one that radiates joy this month. And if you feel like not being that person, then, well, maybe there's something for you to step up. Maybe you can take a bit of better self-care. And better self-care in terms of even your mind. Like, who's saying that you're not? Like, pay attention, like, really listen to your mind. Is your soul, your heart saying that you're not joyful? Or it's your past limiting beliefs that are trying to convince you that you're not this shiny one? Like, and I would suggest that all of us, all humanity, including you, are coming from pure place in the heart. We're soul, really shining, radiative beings, coming in this human condition. And even though we have this condition, we still have access to this pure essence into us. Therefore, who is to say that you're still not that? You are. So allow yourself to radiate joy, regardless of what mind, your past conditioning may be saying. So allow yourself to release this conditioning and allow yourself to shine. Take care physically if you need to. Yes, there are conditions to shine brighter. You need to eat well, sleep well, exercise, do what you love, all these things. Specifically, if you're a generator, do more what you love. If you're a projector, then really make sure that you manage your energy and surround yourself with people who actually appreciate your help, instead of trying to push and force people into transformation. Especially for fives, this is something fives, they love projecting, and they're getting projected on. So yeah, make sure that you surround yourself with people who actually ask for your support, that actually want to be guided by you. And if you're manifester, then definitely tell what is the light that you're creating here. What are your plans? Make sure you communicate that. And if you're reflector, then make sure you have enough of self-time that you really know what's your true essence. so you don't get lost in the light of other people. So that's if the sun. So if you get attracted by either of these two or any specific, so if you get attracted by this person here, then this represents the feminine aspect. So yes, you want to be joyful, but how do you want to express it? Well, there's many different ways how to express joy. There's no right and wrong, and I would suggest you explore feminine ways of expressing and attracting joy. That means more allowing, more feeling, more fluid, more creative types of joy. So that's the feminine aspect of it. So embrace it. Allow yourself to experience it, feel it. And if you more feel identified and drawn to this guy, which is blue, more masculine approach, then it means more like, okay, you can experience joy, but you need to schedule it. You need to make sure it's in your calendar. You need to have a system. You need to have structured habits that, like, okay, when will I have the joy? How much? What am I gonna do? You need to have put it in calendar. You need to have a structure, know clearly ahead what's gonna happen, how it's gonna happen. And for feminine, it's like completely opposite. No, I'm gonna have joy whenever I feel like it. And yes, there's a balance in between. Is that you can commit to have joy every single day without knowing how it's gonna happen, being open to possibilities, but still committed. Feminine doesn't mean that you're taking no for an answer. Feminine means that, okay, I'm gonna have joy my way, but I'm open. I'm open. Universe, show me. And masculine is more like, okay, I'm gonna make it happen now, right now, straight line. Right now, in 5 minutes, I'm gonna have joy. I'm gonna make it happen. And you're gonna do your best as a masculine. Doesn't mean that you will have joy, but you will make sure that you have time allocated for it. So you're gonna be in position. And if you get drawn to this flower, then you're kind of in between. You're just seeking for that balance. Balance for, okay, what's the most natural thing for me to do? I want to schedule this today, or how much do I want to schedule? How much I want to prepare? Routines. Maybe you want to set up routine for types of things you're gonna do, but you want to keep your calendar open. So you kind of like, you know what's gonna be done today, so that's structured, but order of things, it's feminine. So you get to play around it. So joy, it's emotion. So when it comes to joy, if you get attracted to these cups, then your perspective this month is, what are you filling your cup with? What kind of things are you putting in there? Like, there's different types of joy, different things, different emotions. And since this card is all about emotions, and emotions are energy in motion, and we all have this human body which stores energy, stores emotion, then my question is, what are you storing in your body? Like, what kind of things are you keeping with you? What are things from the past that you bring on with yourself? And what do you want to put in your body, in your experience in the future? Be mindful of, what do you want? What do you want? What does your heart wants? And allow yourself to feel what you truly desire yourself to feel. So that's about your present. Now we're going towards your future. Again, pay attention. What's the first thing you see when you see this card revealed? And then, what's the most important part of it? What's the theme? Where do you get attracted? Those are the perspectives that will gain the most value and most weight for the following month. Pay attention to them. Remember them throughout the month. So, for you, this month, it's all about practicalities. Like really getting things done. And this is the energy that comes for you, and you're getting called to invite it. Why? Because the more practical you are, the more love you'll get. So it's sometimes like, oh, I just love you. Like, you know that I love you. Or it's like, oh, but I love my work. So it doesn't matter where you want to have more love. Is it in relationships or more in a work? Doesn't matter. You still need to make sure it's the details are taken care of, that you enjoy the work. And if the first thing that sticks out to you is this symbol here, this flower of love, seed of love, then your perspective is that welcome divine presence. Recognize the divine order in your life and focus on your state first. So really focus on where are you coming from? Where do you ground yourself? Are you grounding yourself in divine, or are you all over the place? It's like you're up in the clouds. Because for you to be a queen, to move past of the queen status, you need to be grounded. You need to be like really sitting grounded and know where your center is. Because yes, queen, you can dream, you can have big vision, but vision doesn't happen if you're not grounded. And grounded in your divine essence. Not just any type of like emotion, divine essence. So your task, your main leverage point this month to have more love in this month is welcome grounding and welcome connection with divine. Because your connection with divine, your identification with divine will be the one that allows you to do those practical things. Because it's state, story, strategy. So first you need to get in a state, and then you do the practical things. So if you get attracted by this bull, the practical, the one who actually does the work, then your task, your perspective is allow yourself to do those things. Like allow yourself to give the flower to your lady, or give the flower to your man, or give yourself a flower. If you don't feel like giving a flower to the man, first of all, fill your own cup. Fill your cups. Fill your cups this month. So do the practical things, small things. Have a tea. Have a tea in silence. Put the music on. Maybe dance. Appreciate the butterflies. Appreciate the flowers. Smell the flowers. And whatever your type of joy is, make sure you're centered around this. And as you're centered around the joy, allow yourself to do those things. How are you going to keep the joy? How are you going to make all these things? By taking action. Practical things, small things. Clean your room, tidy it up. Plant the seeds. Tidy things up. Prepare for the season. If you have a date, clean up your room, all these small things, and practical things, and be open to really doing them, because it's all about those small things. Life is about small things and appreciation of small details. So appreciate the small details as you go into your work, on your daily life. So for this ball, it's not that you have to get out of your way to get more love. It's more about as I'm doing the things I'm already doing, allowing myself to do them, and if inspiration comes, just do it, small thing along the way. If I have to pass by cafe, okay, buy an extra tea, coffee, water, whatever, and bring it to your colleagues, create an environment around that's joyful. So especially if you're like a reflector or projector, you're really impacted by your environment. So yeah, make sure you plant those seeds so you have this joyful environment around you. Take the small step. It's not getting out of the way. It's okay, just small step. I already passing by this place, so let me just step in there and make someone smile. So do those small things. And for you as a 2-5 line, it's more about the mastery. So it's as you go into yourself, as you really try to master the things, make sure you appreciate it. Make sure as you master the things, there's actually a smile in your face. That's important. Take that break and welcome those small details. And if there's challenge, welcome it. Because making up this field is a hard work. You need strength. So welcome challenges. So now, if you get identified with this world here, this world here being held, then know that, yes, world is in your hands. You are creator of your reality. And you're living in it. You created it and now you're living it. It's kind of a paradox. Yes, you created it and now you're living it. You're creator and experience at the same time. And welcome it. Welcome the world that you created. How do you create it? By staying centered around your joy. By acknowledging that you have created with your mind, with your thoughts, from past, present, and actually from future, because time is not linear. So you created it, so accept it, enjoy it, and take good care of it. Take good care of it, and practice creating reality as you want. Welcome things in your life, because know that you created it. And why getting mad of it? Enjoy it. Whatever comes in your life this month, enjoy it, because you created it. And if you want to know how you did it, you can always ask. You will always receive it. And if you want my guidance, I can show you how you created it and how you uncreate it, recreate it in more harmonious way. If you get attracted by these butterflies here, then butterfly signifies transformation. So there might be some transformation coming, but it's also beauty. So welcome everything in your life and try to see it as a beauty or transformation necessary. So if there's a, let's call it crap coming into your life, or challenges or misfortunes, you can label any situation misfortune, welcome them. Like, really appreciate them and see them as butterflies. See those misfortunes as challenges and actually opportunities and actually gifts to make you stronger, so that you can create more wealth in your life, more love in your life, more prosperity, more abundance, more beauty in your life. Because the more you can appreciate overcoming challenges and in the process of overcoming them, the stronger you become and easier it is for you to stay in that joyful state. So yeah, appreciate the daily life, small things. And as you go about your daily life, doing those small things and really mastering your craft, you know that it's not going to be easy, but you can appreciate the beauty in it. There's always something beautiful in any small thing. Like, I could pick anything in this card. Like, I could pick this green butterfly, which is almost invisible, and it's almost blending with this blanket-like grass surface. You know, it's like a dreamy blanket-like grass surface. And I could pick anything, but the fact is that it's all beautiful. I can find beauty in anything. It's all about my state. Literally, like, if there's one thing you want to take away, it's all about your state. Put yourself in beautiful state, and you will find that the world around you becomes more beautiful. The world around you will reflect the beauty within. And if you're low on energy, take it easy, lay down and chill, and appreciate the beauty in chill. If you're high on energy, if you're up in the mountains, then think about, where do you channel the energy? What are the plans you want to create it? And appreciate it regardless. And if you see yourself as this person here, then yes, it's important yourself that you ground yourself, that you sit on something practical, you take extra care, and yes, you are taking care of your reality by taking care of your state, by taking care of your mind, by appreciating how strong is your mind, beauty of your mind, how intricate details you can put into your world, all the details, all the divine guidance you receive. And that's how you create it, by following your heart and intuition. So make sure you follow your heart as you create, and take the action, small steps, one by one. You don't need to know the full plan. As you see, the full plan is not even created yet. All you need to know is the first step, next step. What's the current step? Take the step. Having that certainty, groundedness, and that's how you welcome change in your life, by being certain about something. And what's the certainty? That you are a divine being, that you have gifts, that you have powerful mind, and your powerful mind creates a reality. Creates a reality you can care of. So care of it by staying in a resourceful state. And finally, if you really get drawn to this tree here, which looks like a cherry tree blossoming and spreading basically blossoms all over the place, then know that seasons come, seasons change, and there's always that beautiful cherry blossom. Yes, they are very fleeting, very temporary, so make sure you are in a state to appreciate it. Like, this blossom may be happening just for few seconds in a whole year. Out of tens and thousands of seconds in a year, you have to be there to observe it. And even if you're here to observe it, if you're looking in the wrong direction, like this guy, he's not even seeing it. Be the guy who sees it. And for you to see it, you need to be in a joyful state. You really need to identify yourself as being joyful, and if you're not in a joyful state, you're kind of distracted and your mind is closed. Your mind is closed, distracted, looking some other places. And basically you're putting your back against it. If you're in a joyful state, you naturally will intuitively feel something's happening there, let me look, and you will catch it. You will see all these signs here, all these flowers. Like, you will not just, oh, flowers, it doesn't matter. No, you'll be, oh, flowers, where's it coming from? Let me check. So this is the difference between a state. When you're pragmatic, like when you're like okay, let me focus on creating this world, let me see what's here, let me create this magic, let me get stuck in my mind. When you're kind of like really sharply focused on tiny details, you're stuck in your mind and you're missing out. Welcome joy. So make sure you're not missing out. So get a curious attitude, enjoy your life, send yourself joy, and welcome. Welcome small things, small distractions. Welcome, get curious, and make sure they lead to something practical. So that's the main lesson for you this month. In summary, first, your past is acknowledging the power of your mind. Where your focus goes, attention goes, that is the reality you create. So make sure you appreciate the reality you have created in the past and you're able to acknowledge. And also make sure that you create something tangible this month. So something tangible, something practical, and practicality is always something that grounds you in reality. And as you go through the month, make sure you're the one that shines. You're the one who's joyful, regardless of appearances. And not because you have to, but because truly you can admit to yourself that you want to. It's you, your heart, that wants to be joyful. So allow yourself to be joyful. And give people small things like act of kindness, nice surprise. And just allow yourself to take these small steps every single day and see where is your balance between masculine and feminine, creating and receiving, pushing and receiving. Like, see, how do you want to experience it? And appreciate the beauty. Because from a place of appreciation, you're connected to divine, and divine will give you signs like these petals and allow you to catch the beautiful moments in your life. So that's it. If you like this video, subscribe, like this video, and have it magical.